What is going on, my good people? Welcome back to T-Mile TV. The Last of Us Part 2 is out now, and I know a lot of people wasn't able to really talk about the leaks and anything like that without Naughty Dog, Sony, Muso Entertainment, you know, striking your channels down. Now that it's out, we can talk about a few things, and I'm gonna be, discussing spoilers. So if you don't want the game spoiled for you, or you've been living under a rock, don't watch this video. But if you want to have, hear things I want to go over, things like that, you are more than welcome to stay. If you are new, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for post notifications. I have been watching a whole lot of streams of this game. Now, when me personally, and this is just me, when I was about to go pre-order the game, that was the day that the leaks came out, right? The leaks themselves wasn't the main reason why I didn't get this game. Part of the main reason was the reaction that Naughty Dog, Sony took to YouTubers, right? I'm not going to support you if you're trying to silence people having opinions. I can understand if people was re-uploading the leaked footage and stuff like that. I can understand that, but when you go after people just for having opinions, then I can't do it. You know what I mean? My channel is small, and I like to cover things like this. But if you put my channel in jeopardy that I'm trying to grow, then that kind of like handcuffs me and I can't talk. But now since I can talk, and I even played a little bit of it today. The game is beautiful. The gameplay is better than what I expected it to be. But at the same time, the main reason everybody played The Last of Us was because of the story. Now, I bought The Last of Us 2 times. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I love the game. Normally, and I was discussing this with one of my friends that I play with, any first party game coming out of Sony, meaning, a Sony studio that they own, I normally blindly pre-order because I know it's quality. The Last of Us Part 2 was going to be like a blind pre-order for me. But something told me, hey, you might not want to do that with this one. Wait and see. So, as the leaks came out, I was like, I have a feeling that Joel was going to die. Okay? I felt like in this game that Joel was going to die. Something was going to happen. But like everybody else, I thought it was going to be a meaningful death. That he was going to die saving Ellie because he couldn't save his daughter. And somewhat kind of like a redemption type of deal, because I know in the first game, you was told, Joel normally don't worry about little kids. Joel is this. Joel had done some messed up things to survive, which in a post-apocalyptic era, you do stuff to survive. And Ellie was like kind of his redemption. And even in the game where, like I said, this spoilers, like Ellie was still kind of wrapping her hair around not being able to choose, rather to have went through the surgery and find a cure. Which, if you played the first game, if I remember correctly, the doctor was like, we done had all these kids and nothing ever works. So Joel made the call, well, you're not going to kill her if it's not a 100% chance that this cure is going to work. Right? And so, that dialogue went on. And then here in Deuces, the person that you play majority of the game with after you kill Joel, Abby. Now, everybody that I have watched stream this hates Abby guts. And normally, me and one of my other friends talked about this. Red Dead Redemption 2. Everybody hated Micah. I think Abby has transcended Micah and become probably one of the most hated persons in video games. And that's because like even the commercials and everything else for the game put Ellie and Joe on the pedestal. So if you wasn't paying attention to the leaks and all this other stuff, you would have thought that people were like, oh well, the advertising is showing Joel and Ellie. Then you play the game. I have seen people delete the game, mess up the copy of the game, cut it in half. One of my friends that's how I was playing his copy, and he haven't picked it up or started back playing since he got to the Joe, death. He was murdered. So, like, he was like, dude, I wasn't gonna cut it up, but I want you to at least get your hands on it because I know you're not gonna buy this game. And I was at one point after it, got down in price until all this, so you have the story that was the most important thing to people. The gameplay could have been trash. People still would have played this game because of the first one. So many people praised the first one. The gameplay in the first one wasn't that good. But people latched on to the story. Right? And in the story you find out that Abby was there when Joe and Ellie was there and found her father dead. Well, your father was a piece of crap too because he went on still killing these kids trying to find a cure. And even in the game, the people that she's with, her ex Owen, and the current girlfriend Mel, kept saying, "Oh, Abby is a piece of shite," and you also know the reason why they kind of went this route because they have an agenda with why they were trying to push The Last of Us Part 2 the way they were pushing. Now, I'm really going to talk about this later on my other channel when I stream. But it's just messed up that they took 7 years that people have been waiting for a sequel and just flushed it down the toilet. They flushed it down the toilet for a agenda instead of a good story. A good story would make people like people in the game. If the story was written better, even though, and let's say they kept Abby killing Joel and you playing as Abby, a good story still would have had put it in a way to where you can at least see her perspective. You know what I mean? Or at least put it to where, yeah, I know my dad did bad things. That or not play Abby at all. You play as Ellie, which everybody was saying, like, road to vengeance. Ellie vengeance. Ellie vengeance. Ellie didn't get her vengeance at the end of the game. Abby did. Ellie not so much. And you false advertise the game to people. And I think that's the other thing that really makes me mad with Naughty Dog. You false advertised to get the game to people. Because people had the feeling Joe was going to die. But then we thought, hey, at least Ellie is going to go after the person that killed Joe. She did and she didn't. And Ellie ends up losing everything while Abby really got off scot-free. I mean, yeah, her ex got killed and all this other stuff, but she still went off with somebody. You know what I mean? So it's really sad. It's really sad that they took a game that everybody loved and basically like shoop. And this game is still gonna sell well. Well, not well, decently. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. The initial release of it is gonna make money. You have people that's now with the internet, they wait because a lot of people don't trust the gaming news like that anymore. You know what I mean? So, the IGNs, all these other places gave it perfect scores, perfect scores, perfect scores. And a lot of people don't trust that. You have some that do, but the majority of people that really play video games, they wait for other creators on YouTube to put out their reviews or watch them stream it. You had PewDiePie, basically was like, I don't even know why I'm playing this game anymore. They killed Joe. What the hell? You had Angry Joe, and Angry Joe made a good point. Good storytelling, you could have killed off Joe. People would have been sad, but when you basically spit in the fan's face, that's when people get mad. Be like, oh no, you can't piss in my face and tell me it's raining. No, screw you. Struggle Nason, M Dog was like, because I was watching his stream too, and when he got to the point like, oh no, excuse my language, but fuck Abby, fuck everything that she stand for, which I felt the same way when I watched the leaks. I was so mad, like, man, they done killed off my boy Joe and made Ellie watch. And you see people cry, you see people get upset because they have an emotional attachment to the characters. And that's the one thing I think, if you're a real game creator, you want people to get attached to these characters and feel like their journey is your journey. And it seemed like Neil Cuckman forgot about that. And if they really cared about the fan base, they would say, man, yeah, we messed up. But nope, they blaming it on everybody else. I don't know if you guys been seeing out there, they're blaming Russian trolls, everything, rather than blaming themselves for making a messed up game. And it's sad because a lot of people wanted to like this game. I wanted to buy this game because I'm a completionist. If I play the first game of something, I'm going to play it all the way through to the ending. This is probably going to be one of the times, one of the only franchises where I'm not going to play the second game. And I'm not telling people to not buy the game, but I suggest if you come across this video and you've been trying to judge on whether to buy the game or not, I suggest you watch streams, watch honest reviews, stay away from like GameSpot, IGN, because at this point they pay shields. When you have Metacritic, Google, all those user scores, now that's what matters the most. People that actually play the game, they're just like when people actually go watch movies, because 9 times out of 10, the person that going in watching the movie are not a critic that have been paid off by a movie studio. The same thing with gaming. Of course, you have some YouTubers that are shields for these companies that Sony picked and choose which ones to give early copies to, review copies, and all this other stuff. Now, the only early review that I suggest people watch would be Skill Up. Even Tyson Madness, when he was talking about it, and I don't like people to really sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? So when I seen his, it was like, okay, he has a point. All these 10 out of 10s, there's no such thing as a perfect game unless you done got paid for it. There have been glitches in The Last of Us, all this other stuff. So it's like, really? So you really perfect game? Okay. 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 Red flag right there. Yeah. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. But that's just my bias. You know, some people didn't like it. Some people like wanted it to be exactly like the original. I loved it, but that's my confirmation bias. You know, but when you don't have like a mixed review from anybody in these big name companies, then you gotta look like, really? Okay. But sorry guys, I know they don't do long videos like this, but if you are still with me, thank you. Um, if you are new to T Mount TV, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for post notifications. And I will be streaming later. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I also want to say this too. They killed Joel the weekend of Father's Day. Let that sink into you for this agenda that they're trying to push. Anyway, this is Killer Chaos, my good people from Team Out TV. I will be checking out. Catch you guys later. Be cool and stay safe.